whistle go. Change for this second half, and Doug Hodgson, one of their central defenders, is coming off, and Gareth Taylor, who after this match goes up to link up with the Welsh squad, having been pulled up from the standby pool for their match against the Republic of Ireland, he comes on.
Yes, I fancy they'd play with three at the back, Sheff United, of Chris Short, David Holdsworth and Roger Nilsson, and they'll play with three centre forwards and possibly three midfield players, and match up, and they'll take a chance to play with one less defender to get themselves more forward, and give them three attackers to put extra pressure on the Norwich defenders.
Norwich then get the second half underway. Sheffield United taking a gamble in looking for the victory, and here's the new man Taylor with his first touch and an effective 1-2. Cachuro looking to get the ball in now. Is that a handball by Crook? Referee unimpressed by the appeals. And Fleck, well, it was a belated flag for the offside. A couple of controversial moments, and a notable one. Was this a handball from Crook?
Well, we see the ball come in. No, I think it's, in fairness, it looks like his hand's there, but it looks like it's come off his chest. I don't think he's stupid enough to actually try and handball it in that situation.
And here's a chance, it's Fjortoft, and turned in by Cachuro. And this time it does count. Within a minute of the start of the second half, Fjortoft and Cachuro combine. It's 1-0 Sheffield United.
There's a knock in there, and Fjortoft does well, and Cachuro gets the touch. That was a header by Taylor. It's knocked in here. As you can see from the free kick, Taylor gets the better of Mills there. Fjortoft does a very good little flick, and Cachuro shows his instincts of scoring goals there. Just to start, the Sheffield United wanted the second half.
And an immediate reward for the half-time substitution. Taylor and Fjortoft unsettling the defence. Cachuro says thanks very much. And he continues his great goal scoring. Fjortoft still to get off the mark for Sheffield United, but his part in that goal will have been noted. And Taylor too. Well, you promised us that we weren't going to get a 0-0 draw, and Cachuro, who also scored in the meeting of these sides at Carrow Road earlier in the season, has proved the point.
Yes, I always felt there were goals available. There should have been some in the first half, some excellent goalkeeping, some poor finishing, but one felt that always a goal was capable.
Corner goes beyond Mills, but Mills is there again. Well, they always knew, did Norwich, that they were going to have problems in the air, and those problems were compounded with the half-time introduction of the Welsh international Gareth Taylor. 4 caps to his credit already, and with their first shot on target in the match, United have scored. Goal coming 50 seconds into the second half. And a much-needed goal it was from Cachuro too.
That's correct, yes. He was unlucky just before half-time. As we see the flick on here, Fjortoft does quite well with Gunn coming out there. He gets that little touch, and Cachuro, you can see, he's got his eyes on the ball. He's set at getting in, and he's knocked it in before Scott can try and get a block in. And obviously Howard Kendall's well pleased.
And this time, the smiles did not turn to more sullen expression, as they did in the first half when Cachuro's goal was flagged off for offside. Norwich breaking with Rocastle, Otterson, Johnson and Adams all waiting in the box. Fleck coming from deep, cleared by White. Tranmere's visit here was the only goalless draw at Bramall Lane this season. It was absolutely crucial that that record wasn't maintained. Slipped on by Johnson, and Kelly emerges safely.
That was a good early kick by Alan Kelly. It's put Norwich under pressure there.
Given away though by Fjortoft, straight to David Rocastle. His ingenuity has prized open the Sheffield United defence on a couple of occasions. This time though. Rocastle has shown great skill in bursts, set up 2 opportunities for Otterson in the first half. Clearance by Crook. It's popped short for Chris Short, and it's Rocastle who benefits. This is Fleck. Hutchison tried to come back. He was gone down injured after the challenge by Fleck. Taylor. And with the ball going out, an opportunity for Hutchison to get treated. The duel with Robert Fleck. Hutchison.
Alan Kelly had probably put his hand over Hutchinson's mouth, so he didn't say anything. I mean, the tackle looked okay. It didn't look anything vindictive at all. Whether you know, Don Hutchinson's fallen awkwardly with it, or he's just twisted the ankle. One wouldn't criticise Fleck on the challenge of being out of order in any shape or form.
Both players involved have had their disciplinary problems in their times. Robert Fleck was actually sent off last week against Barnsley for the 2nd time this season, and Norwich have made a bit of a habit of picking up red cards during the course of this campaign. 6 in total, 2 for Fleck and 2 also for Danny Mills. The other 2 players to have been shown the red card aren't out there today. Matt Jackson, who's serving the suspension for his against Leicester in the FA Cup, and Carl Bradshaw, who's on the bench.
Now, we've got this ridiculous rule that Hutchinson's injured and the game goes on, and the game plays on. I just cannot work out whoever invented that rule. Probably a known insurance. Absolutely nonsense.
Well, he's back now.
Why should Sheffield United be penalised when, you know, their player's injured? And well, the Norwich players appeal for handball when the ball was played in there. We see up here, Fjortoft goes up. It looks like it more came off the Norwich player's hand. Not quite sure what injury Fjortoft got, whether he's just caught a knock in the face as he went by.
Certainly did appear that it was the Norwich player, Danny Mills, who got the touch with the hand.
I think it was unintentional. I think it was just a pair of them were both going up there, and it's hit his hand. Not he's going to go up there with the intention of trying to punch it away.
Johnson has given the possession back to United. Mills up again with Fjortoft. Here's Nielsen with the throw. Taylor climbing. Churo scooping it over. Now can Fjortoft. It's Rocastle who clears. Here's Wall. Support from Nielsen. Holdsworth. Anderson clipped by Peter Cachuro.
I must confess he's gone down as if he's shot. I mean, Cachuro's obviously fouled him. I don't think he was up there, so he's going to recover. Player against whom the free kick's given.
Cook's taking it quickly to Adams. 5 Norwich players waiting in the penalty area, 6 United defenders. And Kelly came and lost it! Otterson in there looking for it! And have they forced it in? They have! Johnson claims the credit. Alan Kelly wonders what happened. The ball somehow slipped from his grasp. Norwich bundle the ball over the line for the equaliser.
Well, my first impression was it was a great save by Alan Kelly. He came out, it's a good cross by Adams, Ward doesn't get the block, and you see Kelly come, it's a great save, and he's dropped the ball there, which, you know, is to be expected, and there's a lot of bodies around, and as you can see, I mean, certainly one can't say that Alan Kelly's failed. He's come, he's made great contact, if anything, Holdsworth was there, and the ball's at Essie, it could have been handball as well, yeah, so they've got no complaints. The Sheffield United players actually handballed the ball. You can see there, he's trying to pick it up, I think.
Well, Alan Kelly, who put in such an assured display up until that moment. I wonder actually if as he stretched out, he felt some sort of injury. He collapsed to the ground in apparent agony, and then the ball just dropped out of his hands.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily blame him for that. A goalkeeper who's bold to come for the ball, he's missed a marvellous save. If he catches that, that's a tremendous save. You know, it's possible the momentum as he's landed on the deck, the ball's managed to squeeze away from him. What's not happened is the Sheffield United players haven't particularly reacted very quickly for the drop ball, and I don't know who the player was that tried to pick it up, but that was absolutely stupid.
They flung the whole cluster of bodies in there. Norwich desperately trying to scramble it over the line. United looking to protect their goalkeeper. But Johnson it was who looked in for his 6th goal of the season. And suddenly Norwich spirits are lifted. And here's Fleck. Just checked by Spackman. This is Chris Short. Adams challenge penalised. Well, it's a hard-earned goal from Norwich, scored by Andy Johnson, and whenever he scored, Norwich haven't lost in the past. Both number 10s on the score sheet. Couture for Sheffield United, Johnson for Norwich. Here's Hutchison. United look to re-establish their lead. Here's Otterson. Not much on for him at the moment as he bears down on Nielsen. Nielsen came in with a challenge. Otterson went down. This is Johnson. This time was by Mitch Ward.
Well, tempers are becoming a bit frayed, and Sheffield haven't got themselves in front. Again, must keep their heads. They don't want to be giving unnecessary free kicks away. Although I wasn't entirely happy with Otterson, he was laying on the deck after Roger Nielsen made a perfectly fair tackle. Again, it's the situation. It's good to have foreign players if they bring the right techniques and ability.
Danger for Sheffield United here from the free kick. It's Crook who takes it. And clearance by Ward. Well, what happened here for Alan Kelly? Ball just spilled away from him.
As we see, he comes up and he's got the ball comfortably. It's just as he hits the ground. It's unfortunate, and the other players haven't responded around. As we see, as the goal now scrambled. I think it might be Dave Holdsworth who was actually trying to pick the ball up, but fortunately for him, if he had done, that would have been a penalty and a sending off. And Mick Walker was obviously equally as delighted as how Kendall was with his first goal.
Andy Johnson was quickly in after Kelly had spilt the ball. It seemed the impact of the fall on the deck that forced him to release it. trouble.
Yes, Chris Short makes an attempt, he knocks it past, and Daryl Sutton looks like he leaves his right leg out and brings Chris Short down. If you do that, you're going to end up with a booking. Again, it's a free kick which allows Sheffield United to, with this aerial supremacy, to put pressure on the Norwich defence.
The presence of Fjortoft and Taylor that led to Kachuro's first goal. Nielsen looks to pick them out again. And their guns handling. So, quite on the mark there. Otterson. Adams. Taken away by Nielsen. Otterson, well, he almost put Nielsen in real trouble there.
Oh, that's stupid.
It's Don Hutchison, and he's let things get the better of him.
You know, Johnson's going nowhere, and I mean, that's a two-footed lunge. I mean, you know, you just can't get away with that. I think he was frustrated purely when the crowd had a go, and fortunately for him, he's just wrapped his legs around him, because had he made contact, he could have been far more serious.
And it was a challenge on the player with whom he was involved in that earlier skirmish. And the free kick whips right across from Rocastle.
Again, that was a good free kick. It's whipped in across with pace, and from Sheffield United's point of view, it's gone out the back, but Norwich will be looking to think that they've not got enough players getting in there to attack the ball.
Kelly pulled up after that kick.
It looks like he might have injured his thigh a bit, Alan Kelly, or his groin. He's holding it, so whether he should get somebody else to take the kicks, I don't know.
This has clearly got a bit of a problem, and Sheffield United have a problem that it's insurmountable because there's no reserve goalkeeper. Fleck.
No help.
Turn back into Johnson!
Alan Kelly looks like he's seriously struggling. He's pulled a good save off from there, but his mobility, whether it's a groin injury. Nielsen doesn't deal with the cross properly. It goes out and Johnson gets the header, and Alan Kelly, fortunately for him, it's fairly comfortable.
He does not look happy at all, does he,
no.
Alan Kelly? And it's typical, isn't it, because Sheffield United have only not had Simon Tracy on the bench twice previously this season, and today they opted to go without a reserve goalkeeper.
Well, I just can't believe that. The goalkeeper's given a goal kick to Sheffield United. It so obviously came off from Mitch Ward. I really am surprised.
He's not complaining.
No, I think Mitch is quite happy. Obviously, Alan Kelly is struggling because Dave Holdsworth's coming to take the kicks. Whether when that goal went in, he landed awkwardly and he's tweaked his groin or his thigh, we won't know that till after the game.
And here's Otterson. Norwich looking to test the fitness of the goalkeeper at every given opportunity now. Short, the player who came back there with Otterson. Short did well there to come across. He quickly came across and cleared up an error. Adams. Closely monitoring the situation regarding his goalkeeper, presumably pondering options should the worst come to the worst. And Kelly really is having great problems.
I just think Howard would be reluctant to want to change anything unless it's absolutely imperative to take the keeper off. He can at least get somebody to take the kicks, etc. as necessary.
Problem comes, of course, with back passes, and Norwich presumably will be attempting to get United to play the ball back as often as possible.
Well, they've got the spare man, they've got to use the situation. I mean, it's obviously Alan Kelly. Roger Nielsen or David Holt's got to appreciate that and get the goal kicks taken.
They are about to make a substitution, but it's another outfield player that they're taking off.
Don Hutchinson's going off and Mark Beard's coming on.
Don Hutchinson, who's got a yellow card against his name, being replaced by young Mark Beard. I wonder how much the disciplinary concerns have led to Hutchison being withdrawn.
Just interesting, Spackman's changed with Chris Short. Chris Short's pushed forward there, so that they're playing with three at the back, with Roger Nilsson, Spackman and David Holdsworth now.
Milligan. Well, Kelly is on the ground now, couldn't even get to that ball.
Yes, he's certainly struggling, Alan Kelly.
There's no mobility there at all, is there?
No, this is amazing. Like, you know, as you say, Howard had Simon Tracy as substitute all but 2 games, and the one game you seem to do that, it backfires on you.
Well, he didn't have a goalkeeper on the bench for the Coca-Cola Cup tie against Bradford, and Howard Kendall also didn't have Simon Tracy in reserve for the league match against Oldham. He hasn't got a keeper on the bench today, and this is one of those occasions where he wishes that he had.
Yeah, but I think we all take those chances, Rob. You decide to make a decision whether to have a goalkeeper on the bench. Sometimes it's right, the decision's right. Sometimes in cup ties, if you're winning, you want a goalkeeper because you take the chance that if he gets injured, you've got a goalkeeper going. But when you're at home like this, you know, I can understand Howard thinking, well, he'd rather have the extra forwards of Taylor and Walker on, and Mark Beard, who can cover various situations. You take that chance. You don't know whether a goalkeeper's going to get injured or not, but everybody with hindsight after then sort of criticised and said you should have a goalkeeper as sub, and then, you know, you've always got the other school of thought, well, why have a goalkeeper as sub?
Of course, you haven't got the flexibility that Premiership clubs have with 5 substitutes.
Other nationwide clubs can't afford the bonuses.
Well, he's soldiering on for the time being. What is it about this fixture that's a jinx on goalkeepers? Last season here, Brian Gunn sent off. This year, Alan Kelly injured.
I don't know why. There's always been a bit of feeling between Sheff United and Norwich games. You know, nothing particularly outrageous, but there's always been a sort of bit of feeling amongst the games, and they're always sort of exciting games and eventful games in a way.
Andy Johnson. He's run the corner off Beard.
Yes, that's right as well. You know, Mark Beard's going to have a word with the referee now. United have just got to try and keep their heads. They're frustrated, they want to get this winner, but they're getting a little bit irritated, and you know, they've got to get back to creating Norwich problems.
It's Adams' corner. Headed away by Beard to Rocastle. Here's Adams again. Wriggles past White. Cleared as far as Milligan. Ward was the player on the post just watching it. A little bit of anxiety.
It's very difficult times for Howard Kendall here. You know, you think, oh, there's the replay. As you can see, it's struck to Milligan. It's a little touch, but with the 2 players on the line, they've been able to watch it go past. But as I say, it's difficult for Howard Kendall. Does he decide to put somebody else in goal? You know, and that could be fatal. It's very, very hard. I think he's got to be guided by Alan Kelly. Alan Kelly's really got to make the decision for him. I'm not sure. I thought Don Hutchinson was actually... I'm not sure if Don Hutchinson might be the player that would have been the goalkeeper.
Sheffield United's physio has just been to consult with Alan Kelly to see if he thinks he can carry on, and from the body language it appears that Kelly thinks he can't.
See, another unnecessary free kick given away.
Just how costly will the giveaway of that free kick prove to be?
The referee seems to have had a little bit of a problem. I don't know whether seems Gareth Taylor and Scott have had a bit of a confrontation. What that was about, I don't know. Perhaps they got their handbags out, we'll never know.
That's the free kick to Ward, and it was White's header.
Actually, there was 3 Sheff United players around the ball. I think David White might have been hit in the back by one of his own players in that incident. They might have had 2 new players around the ball. We see the ball's played in by Mitch Ward here. it's put the Norwich defenders under pressure. David White gets in. There's a lot of bodies around it. Alan Kelly's coming off. I'm not quite sure who's going to go. Roger Nielsen's going in goal.
Yes, Roger Nielsen has taken on the mantle of goalkeeper because Alan Kelly feels he can't continue. So Nielsen has 21 minutes left in which to hold out. Kelly pulled up with what appears to be a thigh or a groin problem. Can't continue. And Andy Walker has to come on.
Well, certainly eventful games, that's for sure.
Last season it was Rob Newman as an outfield player who had to go in goal for Norwich in this fixture, and he let in one goal in what turned out to be a 2-1 defeat. And now Norwich can see an Achilles heel as Nielsen gets his first touch. He's already taken over the goalkeeping responsibility, and he's got that one forward. Here's Beard. Andy Johnson.
Yes, Mark Beard held onto the ball too long in that instance.
This is Fleck, he's got Otterson in the box. Here's Otterson, he let it go! And there was a misunderstanding. Johnson clearly thought Otterson would take it. Otterson decided to leave it. Great opening that for Norwich.
Yes, it was good play. Fleck pulled the ball back well. And in fairness, Otterson did quite well in that respect, because I think he thought that Johnson was coming in.
Castle. Holdsworth.
Well, certainly the game's become frantic and it's livened the crowd up, and it's certainly an eventful one. Thoroughly enjoyable one, in my opinion.
Well, what a great moment that was for Norwich when Otterson and Johnson really got involved in a mix-up and couldn't finish off. A great opening. Mills with the clearance. Fleck. Adams. Otterson up ahead. Here's Holdsworth. Mitch Ward. Interception by Mills. Adams. And now Fleck. Is Nielsen to get his first real test at his goal. It's Milligan! And Nielsen relieved to see that one go wide.
I'm not sure if Robert Fleck seems to be struggling a little bit. He signalled to the bench. He seemed to pull up a little bit sharpish.
Such. Turned on by Fleck to Such again and quickly across.
That was a good break by Norwich. Such did well. He won the header. He carried on a powerful run and did a bit of link-up play with Fleck, but the return ball back. We see here Fleck plays a nice little return ball, and David Holdsworth does well to get a bit of a block in there to save Roger Nielsen to actually make a save.
To slip in behind Gareth Taylor. Otterson free, and here's Otterson, and that's the goal for Norwich that beats the substitute goalkeeper and gives Otterson his first goal in English football. Nielsen, the first effort at his target since he came on, and there was nothing he could do about it.
They've kept their head there. Fjortoff has been playing as a back player, or Gareth Taylor here. And, to be quite honest, he looks out of place there, and it's been coming, the organisation there, and, one can't complain to Roger Nielsen, he has no chance. It's a good pullback, and all Otterson has is a powerful finish, and the United defence are all over the place then.
A good, cool finish from Ulf Otterson, and Mike Walker, the former goalkeeper himself, Sheffield United wish that they'd got a recognised goalkeeper between the sticks now, but Not sure that even Alan Kelly would have been able to do too much about
No, I
it.
don't think Alan Kelly would have been able to save that one.
It's really just the resulting organisation as a result of Kelly having to come off.
Well, Gareth Taylor was a centre-half before when he was at Bristol Rovers originally. He was converted to a centre-forward at Bristol Rovers. So, you know, he's obviously had some experience of playing centre-half, so that's why Howard Kendall's put him back there.
Trott looking to place this one in towards Johnson, and Ward in the way. Here's Fjortov.
Well, it's Fjortov back there now, so...
Switching it around a bit. How do you see Sheffield United shape since Kelly went off?
They've obviously had to alter it, which they did at half-time, and they got the goal they wanted to. But it's been a bit difficult for them, because they seem to become frustrated. When Norwich were granted the equaliser, they seem to have got a little bit frustrated and got entangled up in the game, where Norwich seem to have kept their heads. And Norwich, you know, their passing's been good, Norwich. They've shown some goal. Well, I should have kept this mouth quiet, because chances have put it into the touch.
Andy Johnson, who's scored the equaliser, and Ulf Otterson, whose beaming smile reflects the fact that he scored the second goal. Is it going to be the winning goal?
Well, there's still time for United to, you know, what they must try and do now is keep their composure.
Ulf Otterson's 5th senior appearance. His 4 previous ones were as a substitute. Who would have guessed that Otterson's first goal in English football would come against a fellow Scandinavian, particularly Roger Nielsen?
That's right, yes. Again, see, Sheffield United, they've got this extra height here. This is a good opportunity for them to get back into the game with a free kick. And, you know, Norwich have got to be very careful they don't give unnecessary free kicks away here. There doesn't seem to be anybody marking Andy Walker either. They're going to have to be certain that they defend this properly.
It's Ward who takes the kick. Gunn came for it, he might fall for short. Rocastle makes it his. And now the opportunity of a break for Norwich. He's got Fleck to his right, Milligan bursting forward. Adams is on the far side. Beard holds them up.
Again, good goalkeeping by Brian Gunn.
Foul throw.
Yes, foul throw. But that was a good free kick spun in, and Gunn came out and he made the right decision to punch it. One might have said perhaps Alan Kelly should have punched that other one, but one's got to say he made good contact. He didn't drop the ball till he hit the ground.
Right, let's have a word from our reporter George Gavin.
Just been speaking to Alan Kelly in the physio's room there. He's got a hip injury. He fell when he caught the ball for the goal, the equaliser by Norwich, heavily on his hip, and that's caused the problem. It's not really a groin strain, it's more a hip injury. He is actually claiming a foul on that goal, that equaliser. He says he was clipped, he thinks, by Rocastle, and that caused him to fall awkwardly on his hip. He says it was a blatant foul.
Thanks, George. Bad news for Sheffield United, and bad news, of course, for the Republic of Ireland, because Kelly was due to link up with them after this game, and they'll perhaps be less relaxed about releasing their players for club commitments after this. Lung in by Holdsworth. Header away by Johnson. Beard. Slipping short through. 4 United players, 5 now in the box, and it's there! Andy Walker has got the equaliser.
This was a break that Rocastle was sucked out. Mickey Beard Mark Beard played a good ball wide, and it's a cross there, and Walker's pulled off, and he doesn't miss opportunities like that. It was a good cross by Chris Short there. It's eluded everybody, and Walker's coming on the back post to make the equaliser. You can see the ball goes through here, and he's coming unmarked and finishes quite comfortably.
Well, just when Howard Kendall thought it was all going horribly wrong for his side, they get an equaliser through Andy Walker. A regular scorer, even though he's regularly been on the bench this season, but he's come up with a goal at just the right time. And the joy of Walker's goal may be short-lived, because they've got another injury now, and it's Mitch Ward who has a problem this time, at a time when United have used their 3 substitutes already. Well, it seems that just when one door opens, another slams you in the face for Sheffield United.
That's right, yes. Yes, they won't want Mitch to be down and injured and have to come off. He's been out with an injury for some while, and he's came back for just before the Wolves game, and he had to come in from that game with a fitness, but he seems to be got up okay. He seems to be all right. Oh, and there we go. He's got to go off. He seems to be okay. I don't think there's any problems.
Well, Norwich, look how many efforts they've had at goal. And Sheffield United just the 2 on target, and both of them have led to goals. And now they're wishing now that the assistant referee in the first half hadn't been so eagle-eyed. Fjortoft penalised. Kendall furious.
Well, he showed good skill there. I must confess I was a little bit surprised to find that a free kick. He does well here. As you see, he does a good little bit of skill, a roll back round him. Well, you could say, yeah, he's got over his shirt, but you might have said that the Norwich player was actually obstructing him. I think that was 61, half a dozen to the other.
And now Nielsen comes. He takes up his old role at left back. Walker. Ward flipped by Mills.
Again, another free kick situation. These are dangerous situations for Norwich. They don't necessarily seem to be learning their lesson.
It's Ward's free kick and the flag is up. Start of this game, you'd have looked at a weakened Norwich lineup and said that a Sheffield United victory was probable, but the way the circumstances have turned out during the game, with Kelly going off injured, you'd have questioned your original assessment. But now, with 8 minutes of the match to go, it really is anybody's.
Yes, it certainly is. It's been an entertaining game. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and as we said in the first half, Rob, you know, the goals are always available, and it's not surprising that 4 have been scored.
Norwich attacking more in the second half. Adams tipping it across. Oh, it's an own goal! And for the second week running, David Holdsworth has put the ball in his own net. Howard Kendall can hardly believe it. He got an own goal in the match against Swindon last week, and he's done it again.
Yes, he'll want to dig a hole. It's unfortunate. Adams takes a good touch, he clips it up. There's Dave Holdsworth with Otterson, and really he could have let that go, and unfortunately I think he was trying to help. Well, he naturally wasn't trying to head the goal, he was trying to head the ball behind, but in actual fact he'd have let it go, and that's a great finish. Roger Nielsen has no chance with that.
Well, David Holdsworth rectified the situation a week ago when he scored at the right end in his first goal for the club, even though it ended up being a defeat, and now he has to perform a similar Herculean task. Norwich ahead again. Poor Roger Nielsen.
Well, I mean, nobody can complain. Roger Nielsen, I mean, Alan Kelly wouldn't have been able to do anything about those 2 goals. You know, they were inevitable situations.
A snapshot from Cachorro. Needs something special now from Sheffield United.
Well, I felt they'd clawed their way back into the goal game with that Andy Walker goal, and one wouldn't necessarily deprive them of that, but in these last 6 or 7 minutes, obviously they're going to try and sort of battle and you know, make their advantage count of being at home. They get the ball in the box, they're always dangerous there, and that has caused Norwich a few problems. Norwich will be trying to keep the ball and retain possession. Sheffield United got to try and get it back early and put pressure on them.
Milligan. Turned away by Short, but it came off Fleck last. Well, poor David Holdsworth, the 10 years at Vicarage Road, brought in to bolster the Sheffield United defence, and twice Now, within a week, he's scored own goals that might cost his team victory. But what's this? Fjortoft applying the pressure, and Gunn calmly holding on. It was Norwich who were worried about being weakened as they came into the game. But as this match has worn on, it's Sheffield United who've been seriously depleted with the loss of their goalkeeper. Churo, this is Taylor, well closed down by Mills. It's all hands to the deck in the Norwich defence now. Breaks will be rare and they can't afford to give possession away as cheaply as that. Ward. In slides Mills. More football coming up for you on Sky Sports this week. Monday Night Football is the Bell Scottish Premier Division match between Aberdeen and Hearts. It's on Sky Sports 1 and the coverage starts at 7 o'clock. Hang on here. 4 minutes to go. Walker. Short cross. Headed back by Ward and cleared by Johnson. Here's Spackman. Flicked on by Taylor. And Fjortoft looking to make a hero of himself. They've run the corner.
Yes, interesting there. I thought Fjortoft was offside actually. Yes, I think it did look like a Norwich player had actually cleared it over the line, but I think Norwich were complaining that Fjortoft was offside, and I'm inclined to agree with him.
It's Ward with a corner. Got right across and cleared by Mills. Opportunities like corners and free kicks will need to be taken with relish now by Sheffield United. Spackman in the way just as Otterson was threatening to charge. Mills here has to be careful. Ball from White to Ward. Four in a line along the penalty area. Challenged by Mills. Ward comes in. It was Cachoro who went down initially. Ward has gone down now.
Yeah, I think he took a block tackle. Certainly wasn't a penalty.
Still Ward is down in the area. This is Short looking to provide with another cross. It's already led to 1 goal for Walker. The play held up while Ward is treated. That was in the immediate aftermath of Cachoro's fall.
That's right. I think as the ball was hit come through, and Mitch Ward's caught one in the stomach, you know, where he's followed him quite bravely to try and get the ball. I'm surprised Roger Nilsson's not up trying to get the header here.
Well, David Holdsworth will be the one who particularly wants to make amends from this. Headed back in by Taylor, cleared by Rocastle spectacularly.
Okay.
Spackman. Here's Fleck. And now Rocastle on the burst. White who came back. Adams. This is Ward. Churo and slipped through to Fjortoft. Cook did his job there.
Yes, these are desperate moments for Norwich. They're hanging on. United will be trying to get that ball in the box to see if they can get a header or the ball to drop to Cachiro or Walker.
Nielsen is playing well out of his goal right at the halfway line as Sheffield United press on. Ward's cross. It's cleared by Crook. Spackman's header. Net carrying Otterson and Fleck. He'd seen Roger Nielsen well out of his goal. Time running out here for Sheffield United. They've got to get it forward at the earliest available opportunity, as Nielsen has done in finding Fjortoft. Walker and Taylor both waiting in the box and being forced to wait a little longer by Mills. Given away to Ward. Everybody except Roger Nielsen inside the Norwich half, and Norwich looking to frustrate their opponent still further by making a substitution. And this change at such a late stage in the game brings Carl Bradshaw into the action against his old club, and he comes on in place of Ulf Otterson, who scored one of the Norwich goals. Big moment for Bradshaw, Sheffield born, played for United.
Yeah, he played,
Wednesday.
That's right, he played for both clubs. He was a good servant at this club, he did well, he was very competitive, and he's been out injured for a while. I think he was hoping he'd play in this game.
Ball knocked down and cleared by Milligan, just a short. Just tearing in for United. Anywhere will do for Norwich as Fleck clears, and the nationwide man of the match, Norwich's Andy Johnson, who bundled the ball over the line for the goal that started the Norwich revival. Fjortoft. Short. Appeals for handball. They'll appeal for everything now, but while they're appealing, Norwich are breaking, looking to make the game safe. It's Fleck. Possession will do really, but it's Bradshaw straight into the action, and Johnson was free, but he couldn't get it across because Spackman was there. Deep into stoppage time, and what about that earlier handball claim that Ken Leach rejected?
Yeah, I don't think it was. You're not going to get handballs to those, and you know, it's desperation a lot of the time.
Self-defence really from Milligan. Clearance by Ward. This is Walker. He wants to start things from the back, and Roger Nielsen coming out into familiar territory. Deep into stoppage time. Norwich going to hold on for another win. Spackman gets it forward. Headed away by Bradshaw, none too convincingly. Knocked back in by Cachorro, they're queuing up for it. And there's a little bit of pushing and jostling again from Gareth Taylor, but the referee is punished.
It's been an eventful second half with United scoring straight after, and Norwich managed to get themselves back into that game, and they got a little bit frustrated, and then with Alan Kelly getting injured, the game got a bit fragmented, and you know, at times United haven't quite shown enough goal, you know, getting the ball through. It's been more of hitting the front players, but sometimes that's been forced on them because they've had sort of 4 centre forwards playing.
Fjortoft, and it goes for the goal kick, and that will please Norwich at this late stage of the game, because Sheffield United's last opportunity of creating something and finding an equaliser may well have disappeared before their eyes. It's a bad run of form that Sheffield United are in at the moment. They looked on today as an opportunity to stop the rot, but they're starting to drift away, clearly thinking that this game is lost. It'll be their 4th game without a win. Adams. And there goes the full-time. A big night for both teams, a win.